Welcome to Martha Runs the World, a podcast with a new take on running, fitness, and all things health-oriented. I'm Martha Hughes, your host, and each week I present a new topic that is of interest to all runners. Welcome to episode 321 of Martha Runs the World. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate it each and every week. How are you doing this week? I'm doing great. My training is coming along, and I'll talk about that and a couple other things after this week's topic, which is all about AI, artificial intelligence. AI is the biggest thing, artificial intelligence and how it relates to running. AI is the biggest thing in tech today, and AI in running is no exception. This week, I'll go over everything runners need to know about AI, what it is, how it can help us, and the downside, how it isn't the end-all, be-all. What is artificial intelligence? AI is a specialty within computer science that is concerned with creating systems that can replicate human intelligence and problem-solving abilities. They do this by taking a myriad of data, processing it, and learning from their past in order to streamline and improve in the future. A normal computer program would need human interference in order to fix bugs and improve processes. Now, the birth of AI came about in the 1950s. This range of time was when the interest of AI really came to a head. Alan Turing published his work, Computer Machinery and Intelligence, which eventually became the Turing test, which experts use to measure computer intelligence. This term, artificial intelligence, was coined and came into popular use. The early 90s showed some impressive strides towards AI research, including the introduction of the first AI system that could beat a reigning world champion chess player. This era also introduced AI into everyday life via innovations such as the first Roomba, if you remember that, and the first commercially available speech recognition software on Windows computers. The surge in interest was followed by a surge in funding for research, which allowed even more progress to be made. And here's some notable dates. In 1997, Deep Blue, developed by IBM, beat the world chess champion Garry Kasparov in a highly publicized match, becoming the first program to beat a human chess champion. In 1997, Windows released a speech recognition software developed by Dragon Systems. In 2002, the first Roomba was released. In 2006, computers such as Twitter, Facebook, and Netflix started utilizing AI as part of their advertising and user experience algorithms. In 2011, Apple released Siri, the first popular virtual assistant. From 2012 into present, that brings us to the most recent developments in AI. Now, there is a surge of common use AI tools such as virtual assistants, search engines, and the like. In 2015, Elon Musk, Stephen Hawking, and Steve Wozniak, and over 3,000 others signed an open letter to the world's government systems banning the development and later use of autonomous weapons for purposes of war. In 2017, Facebook programmed 2 AI chatbots in Converse to learn how to negotiate, but as they went back and forth, they ended up foregoing English and developed their own language completely autonomously. That's a little scary, but that's way past the focus of the program today. In 2021, OpenAI developed DALL-E, which can process and understand images enough to produce accurate captions, moving AI one step closer to understanding the visual world. And today, it can do all kinds of things that they wouldn't even think of 4 years ago. They can produce all kinds of pictures that, sure, they look fake, but they're kind of cool looking. Now that we have the basic information about AI, let's get into AI and running specifically. AI can help runners with training. Training plans can be created by AI to tailor your goals, fitness level, and running history. It can progress tracking. It can track your heart rate, oxygen levels, and other fitness metrics. It can show you how far you've come. In injury prevention and video analysis, AI can analyze your form and gait to identify potential issues like overstriding or poor posture. In performance tracking, AI can predict your pace based on your past performance. In recovery, AI can tell you how long you should rest to fully recover. But do runners really follow that? I don't know. Do runners really rest enough? I don't know about that. Now, Garmin Connect includes AI-powered apps like Race Predictor, Race Recovery Meter, and Garmin Coach. Train as One is an AI-powered running app, and Alida, an AI-driven run coaching service that predicts race time and heart rate. Never heard of that one. I should probably look into that one a little bit more. Hiring a one-on-one coach is extremely expensive, and you may not be able to afford to do that. So maybe an AI coach is a really good way to go. But remember, it's not the same as a personal coach. But who can afford a running coach at $250 a month? It's very, very expensive. And this may be a way that you can get coaching. It's not the same, of course, as a personal coach, but it offers you some kind of guidance. And it might be a good way to go. Now, there are limitations to AI in running, and I want to address those as well. While AI can offer benefits in running by analyzing performance and providing training insight, there are potential negatives, and let me go over some of those. Over-reliance on data leading to neglecting intuition, privacy concerns regarding personal running data, potential bias in algorithms if not properly trained, lack of adaptability to changing conditions, the risk of injury due to pushing too hard based on AI recommendations without considering individual limitations, and these can all negatively impact the running experience and athletic well-being. So you have to really watch yourselves. You have to be more of an individual thinking person and not just do what the AI coach tells you to do. So if you're not feeling that running 6 days that week is going to help you, if you feel like taking a day off, then take the day off. Don't just do exactly what the AI coach tells you to do. You have to really use your mind and think for yourself and not just do exactly everything that it tells you to do, or else you might get injured. Key points in the negatives of AI in running: over-reliance on data. If runners solely rely on AI recommendations without considering their own body feedback, as I said, it could lead to ignoring important signs of fatigue or potential injury risks. You really, really have to think for yourself and know your body signs of how you feel. You have to really pay attention to that. And as you get more and more into running, you'll know how you feel. Privacy concerns. This is a really big one for me, and I have a real hard time with all those, with automating everything. I don't want the big medias, the big, especially since my problems with Facebook, I don't want all the platforms to know everything about me. They probably already do, of course, but I have a real problem with this one. Collecting extensive running data through AI-powered wearables raises privacy concerns regarding how this information is stored and used. I really think we need to keep some of this stuff private and away from them. So I don't know if I would ever use an AI coach. I just really don't know if I would. Bias in algorithms. If the training data used to develop the AI is not diverse or representative, it could lead to biased recommendations that may not be suitable for all runners. If they take everybody who, let's say, if they don't take like age into factor, like I'm 66, so if they don't take that into factor when I'm running, they may say, okay, give me a workout for a 25-year-old rather than my age. And that's not a good thing. And that I would not suggest. I think that's something that really needs to be taken into consideration. Lack of adaptability. AI may not be able to adjust to sudden environmental changes like weather or terrain variations during a run, potentially impacting performance. Potential for injury, pushing too hard based on AI-driven training plans without considering individual limitations could increase the risk of overuse injuries. This is a big one too. This is a problem that I have also with just looking up a training plan, going online and saying, oh, this is a good training plan, just saving that and just going verbatim without switching it around to fit your lifestyle. If you take, a Hal Higdon plan, for example, and not moving it around to fit your schedule or changing a few things around to fit your lifestyle, just doing it verbatim, probably won't help you and probably will not be a good thing for you. You can't just take a plan and say, this training plan works for everybody. You really do need to change it, to adapt it to your lifestyle, to what works for you, because there's not one training plan that's going to fit everybody. You have to adapt it to your own lifestyle, to your own running. You cannot say one plan is going to fit everyone running. That doesn't work that way, and that's not how running works. We all do it differently. That's why I have a problem with people who ask for, where's a good training plan? No, I think if you're beginning and you want to find something, then I understand that. But if you've been out running for a long time, you should be able to create your own. You really, really should be able to create your own. And if you can't create your own, then take something, but adapt it to your own life. Really, adaptability should be something that every runner should be able to do. It's something that it really needs to be in your toolbox of skills, is adapt your training plan for yourself. And here's one thing that I really have a problem with AI. AI in podcasts and YouTube videos, Instagram, and the rest is probably more annoying than helpful. More and more show hosts and folks making video use AI in narration because it's easy. If I start watching a YouTube video and it has AI narration, I won't watch it. It's gone. Okay, boop. Okay, next. I will not watch a YouTube video that has AI narration. I want to hear a human voice. I don't want to hear a computer-generated voice. Okay, that's gone. And sometimes I would say 90% of the shorts that have AI generated voice, I won't watch. There's a couple I will watch because the voice, the actual AI generated voice actually fits the short video, but most of them do not, so I won't watch it. I think it's just lazy. Get a real human and I'll watch it. I like human voices. I don't want to hear a robotic voice. So get a real human voice and I'll watch it. And then there are those awful, awful videos where they have AI generated scenes and AI generated tidal wave wiping out a whole city block. But yet you don't see the buildings crashing. You don't see the buildings falling. You just see this wave going over everything and nothing is damaged. Come on, give me a break. Or you see this giant 50-foot snake underneath the pier. Oh, give me a break. Come on. Please stop watching them. Don't comment. Report it as fake. Report it as spam. Just report it. Don't comment on it. They want you to comment, even if it's bad comment, even if you're saying it's fake AI. They want comments. They want negative comments. They want all the comments they can get. So please don't comment on it. Just report it as fake and move on. Of course, they won't do anything about it because, as we know, social media doesn't do anything about the accounts they should do something about, and they remove the accounts they shouldn't. I should know. But that is that. And some podcasters actually use AI for their host voices. And I heard one the other day, and it sounded like a Wondery podcast, boring and overproduced. So, yeah, no, not listening to that. And there aren't that many of them, and it's easy to find out who they are and to block them or not listen to them, thumbs down, give them a bad review, whatever. So they're easily ignored. And now I would say if you want to use AI as to help you in your running, I think it's a good way to do training and save some money, but do it with a couple stipulations. Know that it's another tool in your toolbox, like the scale, like weighing yourself or your watch. You are in charge. It is not in charge. You choose what to do and what to ignore when it tells you to do something. If it says, today is your long run, but you're feeling sick, take the day off, switch it around. You're in charge. Don't worry about it. It won't know what you're feeling. It may not know what the exact terrain is on your run, so it doesn't know how hard you're working. I would just say, just do your training, adjust it if you need to, and just don't do everything it tells you and don't take everything it says at face value. So I hope that helps you out. There is a link to I used one website for a lot of my information, and I have the link to that website on martharunsaworld.com if you want to look up some more information. All right, now I'm going to talk about my couple runs this weekend and the problems that I had with my Altra Timp 5s. I think this is the end of the line for my Altras, and no worries, this is the last time I talk about Altra and my shoe problems. I do think, though, that this is the end of the line for me and Altras. I have always loved the Timps. The Timps have been a great shoe, and the Timp 4 was a wonderful shoe. I loved the shoe. I used the Timp 4 in my 22-mile trail race in Boulder City. You can check out that show. It was done a few weeks ago. I talk about all my vacation and how it went and the race and everything. And that was a terrific shoe. I loved that shoe. And Altra just came out with the Timp 5. I wore it a couple weeks ago. It's okay, but I thought maybe there might be a couple hot spots coming up. Well, I wore it Saturday for a little bit longer, I think for about 8 miles total. And yeah, there were like 5 hot spots. 5. Couldn't believe it. It was not good. It was not a good thing. I think there were 5 hot spots. I think I got 1 blister too. Out of 8 miles, 1 blister. Come on, you shouldn't get any blisters from 8 miles. You should not get anything. It was not a good experience. And I gotta say, I hate the narrower toe box. No, it's just terrible. So I am returning those shoes to REI today, and I'm going to try on the Topos. I don't think they carry the Topo in the store, so I'm going to have to purchase those. I don't have the money to buy another pair of shoes anyway right now, so I have to wait till I get my return money back on the Timp 5s, and then I'll buy another pair of Topos. I'll have to go down and pick them up again. The problem is that the REI in San Francisco is located way far away and down in South of Market area that nothing is located around there. So it's kind of a pain to get to, but I will do that. So I will return these shoes and then I'll buy the Topos when I get the refund, and then I'll go pick them up again. So we'll see. But I want to try on some Topos that they have in the store to see if they fit okay, what size I need, blah, 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 all that fun stuff. So I'll do that today. And yeah, I think I'm done with Altras. You guys have changed in the shoes so much that I just can't wear them anymore. It's just a darn shame. The Torin 8s I'll wear. I don't like them. I wore them yesterday. I did about 8 miles and I wore them. They were fine. I didn't have any problems except that I could feel that blister from Saturday. Yeah, it did it feel great? No, but I could do them and they were fine. I just don't like the way they feel now. They are just so clunky and heavy and just not that nice cushy feel that the Temps used to have. So it's like, okay, you've lost a customer. Probably not the first one to say that don't like them anymore. I don't know what their deal is. I don't know who's decided to change all their shoes that I liked, but they did. So, all right, I'm done. But finding another shoe or another two shoes that I like is not going to be fun because I have to have zero drop and I have to have the wide toe area. So it's kind of sucky. I can't wear all the other shoe brands and I have to have a wide toe. So yeah, it's kind of icky. But I will persevere and I will try Topo and see what they have. There are some small little shoe companies coming out with a zero drop and wide toes. So if the Topos don't work out, I can try one of those smaller brands and see how those are. I don't know. I see them advertised a lot and I don't know if they're any good. They're brand new. And so we'll see. I don't know. It's like, really, you guys make, I don't know, it's kind of disappointing. It's like breaking up with somebody. It's kind of sad. You rely on a shoe company and then they leave you in the dust like this. I don't know why they do this to us. Why do shoe companies do this to us? And I'm sorry to go on and on about this. I know I went on about this last week, but I'm sure you can commiserate. If you've ever liked a shoe and enjoyed it and all of a sudden, boop, they change it. It's kind of hard to figure out where you go from here. It's like, what do we do now? What do I do now? I don't know. So I promise I will try to not, sorry, I just banged something there. I promise I will try to not whine about it anymore and talk about it too much anymore. And I will carry on, of course, because that's what we do, right? Okay, that is this week's show, and I hope you enjoyed it very much. And everything will be on the website, MarthaRunsTheWorld.com. If you would like to be a Patreon patron, I would appreciate it very much. You can give as little as $2 a month or $5 a month. If you would like to just give me a couple bucks, you can buy me a cup of coffee. I love coffee. And that is everything on the website, MarthaRunsTheWorld.com. If you want to email me, it's MarthaRunsTheWorld@gmail.com. And thank you so much for listening. I truly appreciate it. And until next week, let's tie up our shoelaces and go for a run.